What's going on, Ghost Squad? Trey here with Ghost Tactical to do a video response to Adam Jimenez over there on YouTube. He's doing a little thing right now called "What does a 2A mean to you?" And we talk about this quite a bit on the show and on other videos and all that, but I thought I'd go ahead and do this and talk to you guys about what the Second Amendment truly means to me. And a lot of people are talking about that it protects our right and reaffirms our right to self-protection. And to a certain extent that's true, but not necessarily to me, because I don't think the government has to reinforce the right that I have the right to protect myself and my family. That's a God-given right. It's an inalienable right that we don't have to worry about the government giving us. What it does protect is our right to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. And the reason why this is important is this. When the forefathers started the revolution back in the 1700s, basically what they were coming from was a regime of a dictatorship and a monarchy. And basically the monarchy could tell the people exactly what they could and couldn't do. And once you become a totalitarian government where there's one person or there's one government that is controlling everything and tells you what you can say, tells you what you can do, that becomes a problem, because if you don't agree with those thoughts, then you could be persecuted, prosecuted, put to death, whatever you want to call it. They can get rid of you for not thinking and feeling the same way they do. What the Second Amendment does is protect the First Amendment. And the First Amendment to a lot of people is freedom of speech. They think they can say whatever they want. And to a certain extent in America, you can, as long as you can deal with the repercussions. But what the First Amendment truly did was the fact that you could speak out against your government without fear of prosecution or persecution. You can say what you want to about the government and not have to worry about being thrown in jail or killed or whatever. And what the Second Amendment does is protect that right against your own government. The forefathers back 200 and some odd years ago were extremely brilliant people that basically said, we understand that the natural thought process for someone in control and power is to have absolute power. And what the Second Amendment does, it says, look, we're going to allow you to have arms to protect yourself against a government that, should it ever decide to become a totalitarianism dictatorship, you can fight back and fight that power. Yes, does it mean the shooting sports and hunting and all that are protected within this? Absolutely. But let's not make it what it isn't. People back in the 1700s did have to hunt to survive. That was a way of life. They didn't have McDonald's or Burger King to go down the road. They had to provide food on their own. So yes, having a firearm in the house is extremely important. To have a well-regulated militia. What is the militia? A militia is a group of people that have the same common goal, that are willing to fight the power, whatever it is. That's a militia. Now, the word militia these days have been turned into something nasty and dirty and all of that. But the militia back in the 1700s was truly a band of brothers, a band of citizens that says, no more. We're not going to take this anymore, and we're willing to fight for our beliefs and our rights. So to me, the Second Amendment is reaffirming the American spirit. We are for the people, by the people. And the Second Amendment allows the people to keep the government in check. It's just another system of checks and balances. You have the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the legislative branch, but you also have the people. The citizens make sure that we keep the government in check. And if we don't like what they're doing and they start coming after us, we have the ability now to fight back. So guys, that's what the Second Amendment to me is. It is a lot of things, but in the core of the Second Amendment, it is truly to control the power of the government. If the government knows that there is a lot of guns out there and we're willing to fight them, chances are there will not be an overthrow of the government, a totalitarian dictatorship, or a monarchy. It is truly to protect our rights as citizens against our own tyrannical government. So guys, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about the Second Amendment. Go over to Adam Jimenez's channel. His link will be in the description below. Kind of hear what he's trying to do. Do your own video response, because right now our Second Amendment is under attack and we do need to make sure our voices are heard. So turn that camera on and be part of the solution. Till next time, guys, simplify.